Hey everybody, this is Fortune Kid, and welcome back to another trial deck opening video. Today we are opening the trial deck for Vividred Operation for Weiss Schwarz. Now this particular set is only available in Japanese, so this is the Japanese trial deck. And Vividred Operation is an interesting anime. It's about these two girls. This girl, her name is Akane, and then this girl is, I think it's Aoi is the proper way to pronounce it, and they have these suits, these kind of suits that are like kind of magical, and they're fighting like this enemy. And then this is Akane's little sister. That's the card that's on the front of the trial deck. And then this is like they can combine their powers and they become like a different character. It's kind of different. And then these two cards on the bottom are not in this trial deck because this trial deck is green. I'm sorry, red and blue. It does not have any green or yellow cards in it. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. As usual, you've got a piece of tape here and another piece of tape over here. And then you just pull the tabs out. And then there will be a piece of tape right here. You just need to carefully slice that, and then the cards will be able to lift out. Inside of here, as usual, you have a paper playmat, a quick start guide, and a playbook, but because this is a Japanese trial deck, all of that information is in Japanese. So I printed out the translations, and there's many different websites where you can get the translations printed out. So as usual, there is a plastic band that holds the cards together. So we take the plastic band off. Then in the back there will be a points sweepstakes kind of thing that you can get points at Bushiroad stores in Japan. And what you're looking for on here is a gold bag in this circle. In this square, I should say. We did not win, so when you don't win, you see this with the exclamation points. So we didn't win on there. And then I'm going to have Nick hold the cards, and I will read the translations. So Nick, go ahead and get yourself situated. And we will start with the first card. The card that's on the front, which is our foil card, and we expect to find another one later on in the deck, is called Akane First Docking. It is a level 2, 1 cost, 7,500 power. It swings for 1 soul. The traits are key and weapon. And the text says you can pay 2 stock, choose a card named Aoi, power to protect, from your stage, and this card, and send them to memory. And then you can choose a card, choose 1 card named Vivid Blue, 2 became 1, in your waiting room, and put it on the place that this card was, on the place on your stage that this card was on. So that is the effect on that card, and there's one of those.
And one later in the deck.
One will be later on, right? Now we have a level 0. This card is... sorry, I'm not prepared here. Okay, this card is called Hard Working Momo. It is a level 0, 0 cost, 500 power. Housework and Knapsack are the traits. And the ability is discard a key character from your hand to your waiting room. When this card is placed on this from your hand to the stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your library for 1 character with docking in its card name, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. So that is the effect on that one. How many of those do we get, Nick?
2 copies.
2 of those. Okay, now we have... So this little guy is called Kenjiro, Great Scientist, and in the anime he's like Akane's grandpa. Somehow he became like this ferret character. I don't really understand that, but that's who that represents. And it's a level 0, 0 cost, 2,500 power. Doll and Science are the traits, and the ability is pay 2 stock and rest 2 of your characters. Choose a character in your waiting room and return it to your hand.
2 copies.
All right. Now we have Akane Newspaper Delivery, which is a level 0, 0 cost, 3,000, no other abilities. The traits are Key and Mayonnaise.
4 copies.
4 of those. All right, Nick. Now we have Rei Mysterious Girl, R-E-I, Mysterious Girl, which is a level 1, 0 cost, 5,500, no other abilities, and the traits are Key and Mystery.
2 copies.
2 of those. All right. Now we have another Akane card, and that one is Akane Palette Suits Equipped. So those are their suits. They're called palette suits. It's a level 2, 2 cost, 9,000, swings for 2 soul. Key and weapon are the traits and no other abilities.
2 copies.
2 copies of those. Now we have a red event. It's called Connected Hearts. It's a level 1, 2 cost. Rest 2 of your standing characters. And if you rested 2 characters, choose up to 2 key characters in your waiting room and return them to your hand. So that's pretty nice. That's a nice event.
2 copies.
Okay, now we have the red climax card. It's called Naked Rang. It when you play it as a climax, it is draw a card, choose one of your characters. It gets plus 2,000 power and plus 1 soul for the turn.
4 copies.
4 of those. All right, great. Now we're on to the blues. And the first blue card is called Aoi Confession of Truth. It's a level 0, 0 cost, 2,000 power. The traits are Key and Weapon. And the first ability is Encore. It has a discard a character from your hand to your waiting room, and you can Encore this card. And the other ability is Rest one of your key characters, and this card gains plus 1,000 power for the turn. How many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
2 copies of that one. Now we have Aoi in Casual Clothing. Level 0, 0 cost, 3,000. Key and Daughter are the traits, and no other abilities.
4.
4 copies of that one. Now we have Aoi Snack Time. Level 1, 0 cost, 5,000 power. Key and Daughter are the traits. And the ability is, if you have 2 or more key characters, this card gains plus 1,000 power.
4 copies of that one.
4 of that. Okay, now we have a level 2 counter card. It's called Aoi First Battle. Level 2, 1 cost. And you can play it as a counter, because you see it has the little yellow fist in the corner. That means you can play it on your opponent's turn. And if you play it as a counter, it is a backup 3,000, pay 1 stock, discard this card from your hand, choose a character in battle, and that character gets plus 3,000 until the end of the turn.
2 copies.
2 of that one. Now we have the level 2 Aoi Palette Suits Equipped. Level 2, 1 cost, 8,500, swings for 1 soul. Key and Weapon are the traits, no other abilities.
2 copies.
2 copies of that one. Now we have a red Akane card, which is having a little bit of trouble locating that one, so bear with me. Okay, here we go. That is called Akane Near Miss Hearts. It is a level 1, 1 cost, 6,500. Key and Mayonnaise are the traits, and this is a character encore card.
4 copies.
4 of those. All right, that's nice. Okay, now we have a blue climax card, and that card is called Operation Key Appears. And when you play it as a climax, it's draw a card, choose one of your characters, it gets plus 2,000 and plus 1 soul for the turn. How many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
2 of those, and then we have 2 of the other climax. Now this one has the book trigger in the corner, so when it triggers, that means you can draw a card. And when you play it as a climax card, it's all of your characters gain plus 1,000 and plus 1 soul until the end of the turn.
2 copies.
2 of those. Okay, now we have the Akane card in red. It's called Akane Snack Time. Level 1, 0 cost, 5,000 power. Key and Mayonnaise are the traits. And it says, this ability may activate up to twice per turn. When another key character is played from your hand to the stage, this card gains plus 1,000 power for the turn. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
Just one.
Just one of those. All right. Now we have Momo heading to school. Level 2, 1 cost, 7,500 power, 1 soul. It is housework and knapsack. And the ability is, if you have another character with a Kane in its name, this card gains plus 1,500 power. So that's pretty nice. So it can be a 9,000.
One copy.
You only get one of those. That's okay. Now we have, so Nick, is that?
That's the card that was on the front.
So that is a copy of the card that was on the front. Now we have the level 3 in blue, which is called Vivid Blue, 2 became 1. So that is the card that combos with that card. You remember with that card it was you can play that and another one, and then you can put those in your memory. So you have the red level 2, and then there was the blue level 2, which is that one. So if you have those two cards, so the red one is Akane First Docking, and then the blue one is called Aoi Power to Protect. So if you have those two cards, oh, I'm sorry, that is Aoi Palette Suits Equipped. So Aoi Power to Protect is the level 0. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, we haven't seen that one yet. So that's coming up. Okay, that's why we're getting confused. So you need that level 2 in red, and then a level 0 that's coming up. And then if you have both of those, then you can play this card. Vivid Blue, 2 became 1. Level 3, 2 cost, 10,000 power, key and weapon. It has, the first ability says Recollection. If there are 2 or more key characters in your memory, this card gains plus 1,000 power, so it can be 11,000. And then the other ability says, when this card is placed from the hand to the stage, or via the effect of Akane First Docking played to the stage, look it up to X cards from the top of your library, choose one of them and put it into your hand, and put the rest in your waiting room, where X is equal to the number of key characters that you have out on the stage.
Only 2.
2 of those. Okay, so this is the card that combos with the level 2 to give you the ability to change into this one. And that card is called Aoi Power to Protect. It's a level 0, 0 cost, 2,000 power. Key and weapon are the traits. And the ability is, it's a global 500 for all your key characters. All your other key characters gain plus 500 power.
4 of those to finish out the deck.
4 of those, and that's it. So that finishes out the deck. So that is everything. We did not get any triple rares or secret rares or signed cards, unfortunately, but we have a nice foil card that we got on the front. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a good day.